Hello. I have a brief statement to make. President Clinton and Secretary Albright sent our delegation here to Belgrade on a mission of peace at a time of escalating violence in the region. We have conducted 2 days of intense talks with President Milosevic and his associates. We emphasized two things. We sought evidence that there would be a ceasefire of the military operations going on in Kosovo, and secondly, a readiness to enter into prompt actions that would lead rapidly to a NATO-led force in Kosovo in accordance with the Rambouillet Accords, a force, I would stress, that was neither pro or anti any ethnic group, but in favor of peace in the region. As we have reported to President Clinton and Secretary Albright, commitments were not forthcoming from the Yugoslav authorities on either point. Accordingly, we have been instructed to go to Brussels now and report and meet with our NATO allies and then return to Washington.
Mr. Holbrooke, BBC, what are you going to tell the Secretary General of NATO?
We'll tell you afterwards. We'll see you after the meetings.
Thanks, George. Good.
Yesterday, you sent us with your support to Belgrade to attempt to persuade the Yugoslav authorities that the peace was better than the alternatives that now confront us. We attempted, without notable success, at least to this point, to make clear that a NATO-led force invited into Kosovo under your leadership and responsible to NATO was the best way to keep Albanians and Serbs from killing each other. I must tell you, and the press here, that in Yugoslavia and in Serbia tonight, they interpret our position differently, they misrepresent it, and they view it as a force that would have taken sides. In this, the Serb people have been misled by their press and by public statements of senior officials who have misrepresented the Rambouillet agreements and misunderstood what you and your colleagues at NATO were offering. And with that misunderstanding, the Serb Assembly rejected that offer today, and the Yugoslav leadership and President Milosevic rejected it. And with the fighting intensifying, President Clinton and Secretary Albright asked us to come to Brussels to meet with you and your colleagues and General Clark to bring you up to date and exchange views, and I think the meeting we just had, while its contents must remain confidential, is extremely valuable. The process now is handed, both symbolically and formally, back to you. It's NATO's issue. I would simply say that the diplomatic channels will always remain open, but our mission, the one that we completed a few hours ago, was not, in our view, likely to produce any further movement, even if we stayed. And that is why President Clinton and Secretary Albright asked us to return.
Thank you very much. There'll be no questions.
Thank you. Okay.